been upgrading my Walker Bay boat, and the last thing I think you guys saw that I put on were some of these holders. This is what they call a gear caddy. I bought this at Dick's Sporting Goods. Comes with suction cups on the back. I didn't use the suction cups on mine. I screwed it directly to the boat. But this is one of the things I put on it, and I went down to Big Lots and I found this little flashlight. It's got the hook that you can hang it, and then the little magnet. Little magnet doesn't really stick all that well. It's kind of cheap, but the light itself is really bright. It's really powerful, and I know it's daytime, but man, it's an LED light. Like I said, it's a $6 little flashlight, and I bought it to have in my boat, but I didn't want to have the hassle of fumbling around with flashlights all over the place. I still need one good handheld one, but I wanted to kind of have a permanent lighting, some kind of permanent lighting in my boat without having a big 12-volt battery to lug around, because I use my gas motor. I don't really use an electric trolling motor, so I have no need for a big 12-volt battery. So I kind of got to thinking last night, and I thought, what if I could take this apart and incorporate it with this? And so we're going to do a little build today. I'm going to show you how to take this apart and make it part of your little gear caddy here. So hang tight, it'll work out, you'll see. So let's get to building. All right, so the first thing I want to do with this thing is I want to take it apart. It has 6 screws back here. I'm just going to open it up. So we're just going to take these screws out. Alright, pretty simple. So we'll set these screws aside because we're gonna need some a little bit later. So now we got the cover off. Set that aside. So now we've got our light, and this should just pop off, and that comes off. So now we've got our switch. It's our switch right there. We're going to take the switch off, and it's just got these 2 little screws right here. So we'll just undo these. 1, 2. Take those off, set those aside with a pile of screws, and now the switch is free, as you can see. And now this LED light strip is mounted with 2 little bitty screws right here. So we'll take these off. Probably won't use these tiny screws anymore, but I'll just put them in my pile. So now we've got this reflector off. We'll set that aside. Now we got the main strip, which is our LED light here. And you can see how bright it is. So now we'll take a pair of pliers, and inside of here there's these 2 little tabs that hold the magnet on, and we don't need that magnet, so I don't know where I left my pliers, but I got these tin snips. So they should work all right. So we can't get that magnet out of there. Alright. There's your magnet. I'll put all my little screws on. It can be my screw holder. Okay, so far we've got our battery housing that's right here. It's wired to our switch and to our light. Real simple flashlight here, but very powerful. So what I want to do now is I want to cut right in front of where the magnet sits. Right there. I'm going to take a hacksaw and I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm trying to make it as square as possible. So that'll get me started. I'm just going to bring it over here to the edge and finish cutting it. So we cut the half off that has the hook on it, and we just set that aside over here. We're not going to use that anymore. Now the idea that I'm going with is, well, let's get rid of these suction cups. We're not going to use these. They just pop right off. Put that in our little pile of leftovers. So the idea is where the magnet used to be, we're going to drill a hole for the switch. And this is supposed to fit here like this somehow. So let's get started on the switch. So we just need a drill and a drill bit. Now I want one that's going to be a little bigger than the switch, because I noticed on these switches they have a little bit of play to them. So it's going to need to move a little bit so that it doesn't get stuck. So I'm going to just pretty much find center of that hole, or that area, and drill a hole. Just eyeball it. I think we'll be alright. There you go. And I'm just gonna clean it up. Should be alright. Okay, now the switch has two little notches in it here. You can see those notches. And there's two little areas to screw to right here, those little tabs, so they line up pretty close. But the problem we have are these corners. So what I'm going to do is take the tin snips and just cut them out. They're only used to screw the switch on. Not any kind of circuit board or anything. So I got that one cut off. You can see that. We'll do the other side. Okay, so we cut those off. Now they should fit in there more or less how we want it. Yep. And we can use those two existing holes to attach our switch into place. I'm going to probably take a little bit of super glue. This is water resistant super glue since we're going to be on a boat. I'm just going to put a couple of drops where the screws go just to be on the safe side. Now, put our switch back the way we want it. Put our screws in. Now it's working. So far we've reversed the switch to the same side as the battery pack. Now the idea is to mount this like so. So what I'm going to do is I just need to mark these little holes in the back. So let me do that real quick. I'll just get a drill bit. It's about that size. Drilling through. There's one. The other one. That's how that's going to go. So I got these lath screws. See that? And we're going to use that to screw this on. But before I do that, if you notice there's a little gap right here that I need to seal. And I'm going to use black caulking for that, but I want to put some backing in there of some kind. And I had a piece of pool noodle laying around, so I cut a little piece off, and that'll be perfect. I'll just set that in there as a backer. It'll help make a seal, and you can see it in there like that. You can see that in there now. So now, put my lath screws in on the back side. Okay, now it's mounted. Now I just need this, and all I'm going to do with this is super glue it on. A good bead of super glue. Just like that. Throw this over. Throw it this way. And then stick it in here. And there it is. Let that bond. And now the light sits under the rim. Now just a little caulking on the top. Just to seal it. There it is. Alright guys, so that was it. That was my build. I took that flashlight apart and I mounted it to my Pringles holder. And you've got the little button right here. Boom, lights up. It's got this little lip that's going to shelter so it's not shining right in your eyes. And we've sealed the top so nothing's going to get in there. Sticks out a little bit on the bottom, but it doesn't bother me at all. And you have access to your batteries whenever you need to change them. So there's a little build that I did. It just came to me last night. I'll get it on the boat and I'll light it up for you so you can see how much light it puts out. So let me do that and show you once I get it mounted. Alright guys, so I got those cup holders with the lights on there. I got them installed in the boat and I'm going to show them to you. I'll show them first without the lights on, and then I'll turn this camera light off so you can see how much light they put out at night. So there it is. And it's just fits right in that groove. You could tell there's a switch right there. I'll get a little closer. So there's the switch, and I put a little black caulking to seal it up. The light strip is, can't even see it, it's underneath there. There, you can kind of see it. And the other one is up front. That way passenger can have one as well. So now let me turn off the camera light. And turn on this light. Giving off some pretty good light there in the back. And what I like is that little lip hoods it so it's not flashing in your eyes. Perfect. Let's turn on this one in the front. There's that one. Nice and bright. Now my boat is nice and lit up. And I could just leave those running. They're LEDs, so they'll probably run all night long.